We're going to spend the next hour talking about those issues. We're going to begin tonight on immigration with Coulter. She's the author of Resistance is Futile, How the Trump-Hating Left Lost Its Collective Mind. Coulter joins us tonight. Thanks a lot for coming on.
Sure.
So you saw this piece in Politico today, not that you're cruising Politico, I'm sure, but it kind of stuck out. And in it, a background source informed Politico that Paul Ryan has been trying to stop Trump from talking about immigration because it's irrelevant, it's a peripheral issue. What he really ought to be talking about is Paul Ryan's great success with the tax bill that became law. If this isn't preemptive butt covering, I'm not sure what is.
Beyond that, it's just so completely wrong. I'm so happy Trump has taken over my party. No, that's the old loser Democratic, or rather Republican Party, running on tax cuts. I mean, half the country doesn't even pay taxes. You know that running on the economy is a loser because, for one thing, all of the left-wing commentators are saying, Trump should be talking about the economy. Please talk about the economy. Don't talk about immigration. Number two, the only argument from their side that you just played, I guess, from Joe Scarborough, was to accuse people who are opposed to dumping millions of poor people on the country, driving down the wages of the working class and Joe Scarborough's maid, is to claim racism. You know, the left is so lucky that the poor countries to the south of us are Latin American countries, and we're not taking in, like, Poland's poor, or you know, Eastern Europe's poor, maybe gypsies. I don't know if he would consider gypsies darker, browner than us. It has nothing to do with race until they make it so.
So you're saying that if we were taking in, wait, just to be clear about what you're saying. So you're saying if we were taking in Eastern Europeans, then the left wouldn't get to claim racism. They'd have to think of some other reason.
Yes, no, our objection is dumping lots of poor people on the country is hurting the poor people already here, and the working class already here, the low-skilled workers already here. I'd like to know how many of these, of Joe Scarborough's beloved brown people, live in the houses near him as opposed to come to clean his toilet and pool. The racism argument is, okay, I don't have an argument.
But are you struck by how much of, so there's a real economic argument, I think, to be had, which I would welcome having any time with anybody anywhere, over the effects of immigration and globalization on the country, and I think we should have that debate. But they short-circuit that debate by attacking the motives and character of the people on the other side. But does it strike you that they're doing it in order to protect their own pretty good deal, that they're getting their prerogatives?
Oh, absolutely. Mass low-wage immigration is terrific for rich people. Like I say, you get, you know, your house cleaned so cheap. You get to strut around like you're Martin Luther King. If you work on Wall Street, you get to put together all these global deals. Globalism is great for the rich, people who live on the coast, people who need who have a lot of servants. You know, pool boy, nanny, somebody to pick up the kids. It's terrific for them. But again, for the poor people already here, and not just poor people, I mean, it goes up the scale. So you know, the working class gets pushed aside as well, and it shows Trump's magnificent political instincts, I think. Other than actually fulfilling his promises on building a wall and deporting illegal aliens, he's doing the best he can on these midterms. I love that his instincts are, no, I have to keep talking about immigration.
That's right.
Little tip for the president, it would be so much better when you're running for re-election if you actually did the stuff that you've been promising to do for 3 years.
And if your own party agreed with you. Coulter, thank you for that analysis. Great to see you today.
Thank you.
Lisa Booth is at the Independent Women's Voice. She's a senior fellow there, and she's been